Hello and welcome to The Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. Anyway, last news story. Might need to recrop for it. Jim Jordan's allies tried to strong-arm his GOP critics. It backfired. So first and foremost, this story is a little bit old.
Who's Jim Jordan?
Jim Jordan is a guy who covered up sexual abuse of his wrestlers when he was coaching wrestling. Allegedly. And he's done all sorts of terrible, horrible shit. And now he's the front runner for being Republican Speaker of the House. Yeah, so remember how, like, Al Franken resigned because there was a picture of him hovering his hands over someone's boobs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jim Jordan covered up actual sexual assault, and they're voting for him to be one of the most powerful Republicans in the country. So, yeah, again, tell me that they're both the same.
Rhino and I are married. I am bisexual, so if anybody needs to, like, leave the country...
No spoilers, Jethro. Yeah, so Jethro spoiled it already, but
Not for me, because I don't know what they said.
yeah. So this is an older story, so this doesn't really talk about the vote so much. But so yeah, they took a vote yesterday, and 20 Republicans did not vote for him. They voted for other people.
Mm-hmm. Out of how many?
218,
Yep.
something like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But he needs, I think it's 217 votes he needs to, in order to secure the speakership. And I think Republicans have like 219 people or whatever in the House.
Oh, thank you, 20 people.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm not sure of the exact numbers. But yeah, so 20 Republicans said no.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Jim, he's also an insurrectionist. Was he the one that was running in the hallway? No, that was Holly. That was a fun video. It was like Josh Hawley is another Republican member of Congress that on January 6th, on his way into the Capitol building before the riot had started, there's pictures of him being like, yeah, to the people that were like gathered outside about to riot. And then as soon as the riot started, there's security camera footage of him like running terrified away from the people to the safe house or whatever. Like everybody else is like walking calmly and evacuating in an orderly fashion. He just runs.
Because he knew what they were planning.
Because he's a fucking coward.
No, that makes me think that they were planning something a lot worse than what they actually did.
They were.
Yeah, so he knew. So he was like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so that wasn't Jim Jordan. That was Holly. So Jim Jordan has done a shit ton of bad shit. He supported the insurrection. I would like to know who
these 20 Republicans are.
I don't. Yeah, I could look it up, I'm sure. But yeah, so anyways, on Wednesday they voted. He lost 20 Republican votes, so they didn't vote for him. So nobody was elected speaker because nobody got the requisite 217 votes. They had another vote today. 22 Republicans did not vote for him.
Oh, they tried voting again for him?
Yeah. But this time it went from 20 to 22.
Yeah, because people started like, oh, we got balls. Okay, we're going for this now. See, I would like to know who the original 20 are, because...
No, you're not. You're going to forget their names.
Yeah, I will. But this is very important, because their votes...
Jimenez was one of them.
Their votes matter. And that means they possibly could be swing voters. So you need to know who they are.
Yeah. Well, he failed twice. And this kind of goes into, like, this was written before he failed the second time, and they kind of predict exactly what happened the second time. So it's nice to see that vindicated. It says, Jim Jordan's allies attempted to badger House Republicans into making him speaker. Those tactics backfired on Tuesday and could soon doom his speakership push outright. So the GOP defectors were pressured to back Jordan's party because bosses back home and national conservatives with big megaphones were pressuring them. Most of those skeptics viewed it as a coordinated push with a threatening theme: vote for Jordan or else. The arm twisting campaign, which in many cases included veiled threats of primary challenges, was meant to help rally support behind Jordan's candidacy. Instead, it put the Judiciary Chair's bid on life support and threatened to plunge House Republicans deeper into turmoil with no clear way out. Then Representative Don Bacon says Jim's been nice one-on-one, but his broader team has been playing hardball. Representative Jim Bacon did not vote for Jim Jordan. And his wife has been getting anonymous texts and emails from people saying, your husband better vote for him or else he'll never hold office again. I've seen some of the text messages. Amusingly, there was one that was like, your husband needs to step up and be a leader and stand up for what's right. Everything was like, okay.
Doing?
Yeah, it was just like, okay, don't give him too much credit. He's still a Republican. But
maybe he's an undercover Democrat Republican.
I doubt it. But that's the thing, though, is that, like, they're ridiculing these people who are voting against Jim Jordan by saying, like, oh, you're not standing up and leading and you have no backbone or whatever. Meanwhile, like, they're standing up to the people that are literally threatening their livelihoods. Oh, was that Bacon? Yeah, so Bacon was called dumbass on a hot mic on Fox. So, I guess it was Bacon, but, like, when one of them voted for not Jim Jordan, the Fox commentator, I guess he didn't know his mic was on. And he was just like, dumbass. So, yeah, that was fun. I think it was Jesse Waters. No, it wasn't Jesse Waters. Greg Gutfeld? I don't know. One of the usual Republican names. Okay. Anyway, so he's not the only one who faced significant pressure. Other Republicans, too, told Politico they received a barrage of calls from local conservative leaders. They blame the onset on his backers, even though by all accounts he isn't directly involved. And then I say I think some of it did backfire, and I think it was to the detriment of Jim, says Brian Donalds, who is a Freedom Caucus member who did vote for Jordan. So yeah, it's backfiring on him. One House Republican who was granted anonymity to speak frankly about private conversations said that Jordan and his lieutenants are calling people who voted for him trying to stop the bleeding, and they warned that those calls are pissing off members rather than winning them over, noting Jordan has failed to strongly and publicly disavow the attacks against his detractors. So, like, he might not be behind these anonymous text messages and stuff like that, but he's not, like, going out there being like, hey guys, cut it out, we need to be civil. Like,
we need to be adults.
He's just kind of ignoring it and hoping that it will help him, which it's not.
Yeah. It's like, I don't understand why things we teach our toddlers and our kids not to do, somehow adults are allowed to do them.
So Jordan said in a tweet on Tuesday night that Republicans must stop attacking each other and come together. There's too much at stake. So that's the closest he came to condemning it, was just like a vague tweet.
No, that was just his, like, facade.
Yep. That was him realizing that the strong arm tactics weren't working. So he was desperately trying to...
I think that was just him, like, I'm not doing this. Look, I'm saying we should be all love and peace and harmony. Meanwhile, he's still ordering all this bullshit.
I'm sorry that the cropping is off on this one. I don't know why it's not letting me recrop it. It's being weird. But anyway. Yeah, so when Jordan did take his nominations to the floor on Tuesday, some of his own supporters were shocked by the 20 no votes. One Republican aide compared it to a doomsday situation. Representative Carlos Jimenez, I think that's Jimenez, I've never seen it spelled with a G before, but he voted against Jordan on Tuesday despite outreach on Sunday, vowed after the first ballot on Tuesday that he wasn't switching his position, especially now in light of the pressure tactics. So he's solidifying people's vote against him.
So the R-FLA?
Yeah.
For some reason, my head was like, that's his rap name.
Okay, and I think that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about this. I just wanted to talk about the Republican shit show.
With me today. I'm not serious. I cannot help it. I can only be me.
Yeah, no, and I love it when you are you.
Trying to change me.
Okay, you know what? Okay. Confession time. Oftentimes when I'm editing the tweets into shorter episodes, I will notice that, like, there have been things that Sir said that I just completely ignored and changed the topic. But it's not that I ignored on purpose. It's that like I was like reading something or doing something, so I was distracted. And then I'm like, I don't want to ask him to repeat himself all the time, so I'm just going to pretend like I heard it and then move on. But it like it's fairly obvious to me when I'm editing. I don't know how obvious it is to you guys, but like that's what I just did now.
So I'm gonna give you a code word from now on.
Paul the Potato says Lady Rhino is good.
I'm a potato.
Is that the code word?
No, it's Rudy.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Can you make that into a short and just like send it to them?
Fuck. Yes, I can make that into a short and just send it to them. There's somewhere where I can mark the stream so I can remember to do that. Where is it? Live streaming. Bookmark. Stream marker added.
You should have never introduced me to your friends. You should have never introduced me to your friends.
Yeah, well, you like my friends.
I do.
Tweets. Time for tweets.
The problem is they're going to like me more than you soon.
Yeah, I'm used to that happening.
But I will always love you.
And I will always love you.
Oh, thank you, babes.
Yes, we're gross. Get over it.